Hi guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another Summoners War video. So the new season has started for a while, but I just started doing my RTA a few days ago because I have been reruning everything and then the balance patch dropped. However, I am not going to change anything because the only thing that was really touched that got a real big nerf is probably the Shizuka, but I still think that she's a good unit. I mean, it's a big nerf, but I think it was a respectable nerf that she was about to get. I wanted to show you guys my new box and how I ruin things because I did decide to put away the Swift Bird. I just think my rune quality is not there for me to get a record that is higher than C3. And I decided to go more of a second turn kind of team, more about counter picking and more about drafting after what the opponent picks out. So I want to show you guys respectable 100 resistant units that I hope that could clutch in a lot of my matches. Hey guys, before we start the video, if you guys are interested in getting advice and help from me and other Summoners War players, feel free to join my Discord, where the link is in the descriptions below. Also, if you enjoy my content and want to support me, become a Patreon, where the link for it is also in the descriptions. I want to say I appreciate all the support, and believe me, I really do. Anyways, that was it. Let's get back to the video. I played 20 matches, so I got a 10-10 on my placement. I started C2 and now I'm C3 with the 85% win rate. That's not a surprising thing because I am a C3 RTA player. But now let's look at the box because it got much bigger than what it was before since I'm no longer running the Swift Bird. However, I am still using a lot of the units that I drafted during that time, such as the Jogan and Changpang, which do have similar builds that they had before, but they might not be as efficient because the best runes aren't on them. Some of the first few 100 res units that I focused on were the birds. So I have two birds, and before it was one was a Swift Bird, the second was a triple revenge bird, but now I have one that's triple revenge and one that's violent revenge. And the violent revenge I specifically built just to go against the Leos. So I'll show you both, and I'll show you the one that has less efficiency first. So this is the violent revenge verd that's slow, nothing special. All the runes are somewhat grinded. This one I have to work on, probably make some changes there as well, but overall a pretty good build. It might be a little squishy, but I want to get some attack there as well. The second one is this one here that's on triple revenge, 100 res again with 100 crit rate. Obviously it's a bird, much faster, well 30 speed faster, not much fast. I know a lot of people are gonna tell me, hey, your bird is too slow, even if it revenges, you're not gonna take a turn. But I don't really need the revenge for the bird to take the turn. I need the revenge so that my other units will take a turn. So I think this speed is fine, and he did bring in a lot of clutch plays during my placement and during the last 10 games, getting to C3. So I am actually enjoying his current build right now. Now, some other things that I put on 100 res because I started using them, one is obviously the Shizuka. Shizuka is just such a good unit, and she was really OP. Even right now, and right now the balance patch did not land yet, even right now, I have a hard time dealing with Shizukas if they're on the opponent's field, because even if I do so much, if I don't kill the Shizuka, she just turns the match. Unless I have wool on my side, but even at that point, she will get also all the buffs that I have put on the field, and their units are just so much stronger and so much safer. She's a really toxic unit. I played with her a couple times and I really like her. She's on violent will, and some people might say her accuracy is a little low, but I am getting 20% more accuracy on skill 3 right here, so technically 63% accuracy, which I think is good enough. Another 100 res unit that I started to use is the Nana, and yeah, I did pull her recently. However, I did not pull her that much, at least in the last 20 games. I know I only played 20 games, so the sample size is really small. I haven't started going with the first pick Nana since I think that meta died out. I know a lot of people used to because Nana was so OP, but since now there are better units, and I know they call them the Deadly 4 in Korea, or the 4, I don't know, the 4 OP units. It's the Oliver, it's the Shizuka, it's the Masha, and finally it's the Weapon Master, where I think personally the Weapon Master is the most OP, and I know a lot of people still want the Oliver buff, and trust me, I do too, because I simply don't have him. And I did go against Oliver that still went 4 turns, 5 turns every turn. However, I still won that match. And why I don't cry on wanting a nerf on Oliver is because the win rate proves that he's not such an OP unit. I know there's a lot of people saying, hey, he's still a unit that shouldn't be going 4 turns. Yeah, I do understand that. I respect that opinion. Like I said, I would like a small nerf if it's plausible. I don't think it's something that people should go crazy about. I think currently the RTA state is the best it has been since Summon's War has been out, because before it was just Ganny Hathor everywhere, and then one unit just being OP over everything else, or an LD unit being OP over everything else, and those are the ones that were getting crazy win rates like 60% plus and just overtaking the field. Right now, the light battle angel, where I said that she sucks the first day RTA opened with her out, with a 40% win rate, now hasn't been going down under 60% win rate. So I think that proves the point. I think those are the types of units that needs to get nerfed, and everything else right now that has a 50, I think even Oliver, the Masha, I think they have like a 51, 52% win rate. Yes, they're high, obviously because they're higher than 50%, but respectively, I think it is in the best state that it can be. Obviously, I would want the devs to work harder and make things better, but I mean, how much can we expect, right? How much can we expect? But anyways, Nana, back to the point. Nana, I didn't bring her out again that much recently, but I did focus on a lot of additional damage, right? And skill 2 accuracy, because her accuracy is a tad low, 250 range. This season, I focused everything around Riley. So I gave much better runes to Riley in my box. Still went with the 100 res, but I made her much faster, and I believe most of my damage dealers are going after her so that we could work with the attack buff and stuff. So that's another 100 res unit. So right now I showed you 500 res units, right? I pulled this girl recently. I just started skilling her up. However, until I get the full skill ups and until I use the optimizer to get her build, she's currently on a temporary build, I won't be bringing her out. So, but there's that, another 100 res unit. There, she has to be on 100 res. Annabelle, right? She procs, she heals, she defense breaks. She's such a good unit going second turn. Another one is Bolverk. I made him much faster as well. I think before I used him only on like 130 speed, but now knowing that there's the potential of the skill 3 or the passive to the nuke with the weapon master, I believe that it's much better for him to be on a faster build. So I think that's all from the water units, right? I think that's all. Yeah, that is all from the water units. So 3, 4 in the water units. Now the next one, well, Verd and then Rika is also on 100 res. I think you guys all know why. She needs to survive, and once she takes a turn, she just puts in all the debuffs. She's such a good counter pick unit, and I definitely focused a lot of better runes on her as well. Not my first 10 units, but she was probably right after that. My Antares is not 100 res. I threw away the 100 res Antares a while ago because I believe that he just did much more doing damage, like the biggest damage possible if he gets a lucky proc. So I made that change. So he's just on this build. But anyways, what's the next one that's 100 res? Yes, my Leo. My Leo's on 100 res. And yeah, I know people are gonna say again, your Leo has too much speed. Sorry, I just only picked runes that had speed, so it's really hard for me to find runes without speed, and I know it's a mistake. I should have kept some runes that didn't have speed, but oh well, it's too late. I am looking for more efficiency now, so please understand. The current state, this is the best I could give him. Also, he doesn't have a crit damage slot 4. And to be honest, I followed a G1 RTA player in Korea server, in the Korean community. He posted his Leo up and he showed me his Leo. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But he had plus 1,000 attack, plus 1,000 defense, and then 100 crit rate, 100 crit damage, and then 100 resistance. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. I kind of want to mimic that. However, I'm missing some grinds to get the 100 defense. I might be missing actually a lot of stats for 100 defense. I might have to actually just switch the rune, but I am aiming for that plus 1,000 defense as well and just try using that. He is working, but I did see that a lot of people were still defense breaking him, but oh well. If you have 85% accuracy, the chances of you still getting defense broken debuffs is really high, even with the 100 resistance. So this guy's on Violent Endure, okay? Violent Endure, nothing crazy. The Kinky is on Violent Endure as well, right? I'm actually missing a grind here. I don't want to give that. But he's on 100 res, like all the units that I'm showcasing right now. Really tanky, a good amount of attack, a good amount of defense, and a good amount of speed. Again, a counter pick unit that I believe is only really now good as a counter pick. You shouldn't just pick him out. That was like 4 seasons ago when Kinky just came out, or Kinky was super OP. But Kinky is now pretty much nerfed where he is in a good state in RTA and a really strong counter pick unit. You guys might be surprised that Miho is still here, but I still do think there might be some instances where I could pull out the Miho due to the fact that all the opponent's units crit. So I did rune her up because there aren't a whole lot of units runed on Vampire anyway, so I gave her some runes, and this is her build on Vampire Destroy on 100 res. Good crit rate, pretty good crit damage, and pretty good stats overall, I think. You don't have to really focus on HP too much due to her passive, but I still gave it to her because it was just possible. Nothing crazy, but she's on a slot 6 resistance destroy rune. And that's it. The bottom units here that I showed you are all, well, other than the Chow, I just put him out because I just built him. I got him recently, and same with the Luis. But the Lulu, which I am going to build, is going to be for a Leo too. The Leica is obviously for a Leo. The Fang is also for a Leo. But look at the speed, he could still be a good counter pick unit because Fang really doesn't need high speed. If he gets touched, he gains attack bar. And then the Nigong is going to be picked out when there's a Leo. And Celia is just out here because I did give her a fast swift set to counter like cleaves and stuff. If you guys are interested in any of my other RTA units, please put it in the comment below. But I can't really post it on YouTube other than the community chat, and I don't want to do that. So you could join the Discord and send me a message, ask me about it, and I'll be happy to post up their builds. Hope you guys have good luck on this season. I hope I could do well as well. I will maybe do an end of the season rune showcase if everything stays the same and I reach a new goal. However, if I still end C3 and if I didn't change much, probably this will just be it, showing you guys my box and how I am going to play this season. But that was it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it and hope you guys like the balance patch. I don't know. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.